Thank you, Karen Corla. There's no denying that this is a difficult budget. Taking $3.8 billion out of the economy is a challenge, and it is a balancing act. The government has to promote growth and stimulate jobs while reducing the deficit, and we have to do this to put the public finances on a stable footing. Getting there is not going to be easy. It's going to take time, it's going to take dedication, and it's going to take commitment. But the government has got that commitment to create a roadmap out of this mess that we're in. We've published the medium-term fiscal statement. This sets out a clear plan for how we will reduce the budget deficit. And we've also published a $17 billion capital programme. This is focused on health, on education and on job creation. We've published just last month a robust and progressive programme for reform in the public sector, and this is going to see savings in excess of €2.5 billion by 2015. So we are creating a more stable environment, an environment that will lead to job creation over the short and the medium term. The legacy of 14 years of Fianna Fáil governments in this country is an economic mess. It's the bailout agreement. It's over 440,000 unemployed people. It's a national debt of about €150 billion, and it's a €16 billion current spending deficit. But Labour in government has delivered in this first budget. And let's focus on what this budget means in just 5 key areas, in the areas of job creation, taxation, education, unemployment and health. This is a positive budget for jobs. Over the next 2 years, the Department of Enterprise, Jobs and Innovation will commit nearly €1 billion in enterprise capital supports. And this will see a 4% increase in Enterprise Ireland capital budget. The IDA and county enterprise boards are seeing their capital budgets remaining the same. The Irish venture capital industry will see an extra €18 million available. And we're going to see a 20% increase in the number of innovation partnerships. And of course, this is alongside targeted measures to boost exports. We're encouraging SMEs to develop their markets in the BRICS countries, Brazil, India, China, South Africa and Russia. These markets have a growing middle class who have shown a desire for Irish products. So SMEs will be able to invest more heavily here, and indeed we brought in research and development grants which will make it much more easier for them to gain access to capital and get their money back. And I think this will have a real effect on job creation across the country. People's take-home pay will be the same in 1 month's time as it is today. There are no changes in tax bands, no changes in tax rates, no changes in tax-free allowances. And indeed, 330,000 people, low-paid workers, have been taken out of the tax because of the change in the USC charge. So they're going to see an increase in their take-home pay. In education, it's easy to forget how large our education system is. We've got over 1 million people in our education system with over 100,000 staff, and we're protecting education while still making the necessary savings. And it's important to point out that we are keeping the SNA numbers the same in our schools. We are keeping the primary school pupil-teacher ratio untouched. And we're also making sure that there be no change to the number of resource teachers. And we're rolling out high-speed broadband to every second-level school in the country by 2014. People on the dole will not see a reduction in their core payment. And people that are unemployed for over a year who are finding it difficult to get back to work will have the new Labour Market Activation Fund, which will see an investment of $20 million aimed at those who are long-term unemployed. Major reform of the Department of Health will be happening over the next 4 years, and this budget is one step along the path to reform in health. We've started the ball rolling on universal health care. 56,000 people on the long-term illness scheme will be entitled to free GP care. Mental health service funding was also ring-fenced for €35 million. And the programme for government is committed to a vision for change. And this is also ring-fenced. And it's a further commitment to that reform of healthcare. So Labour's involvement in this budget has brought all of the above about. But I think it's important also not to forget what Labour's involvement has meant has been left out of this budget. There are not cuts of €4.4 billion, as many commentators said just a few short weeks ago that there would have to be. This is not an unbalanced approach to cutting versus tax increases. We've managed to deliver on that. And there are no medical card charges introduced, which some people have said would be brought in. So there are things in there that are very good for the country. There are also things left out as a result of our involvement. And of course, there are things that we're not pleased about doing. But overall, these measures are necessary to make sure that we do get the country back to work and that we regain our sovereignty in the process. Guramaga.